What's going on, everybody? Let's talk about Elysian Acoustic Labs today. So we have on this channel reviewed the Annihilator 23, the Pilgrim Noir. A great friend of the channel has allowed me to listen to his Elysian X. So I've noticed that in this industry that there's certain tuners, call them tuners, that are actually they're almost like, I don't know, they're just special. There's a certain way they tune their IMs. You always know it's that IM when you listen to it. It's just, the tuning's awesome. It sounds great. So, like, for example, Jack and Dean over at Empire Ears or Aries at Flip Ears, like, they just really know how to tune an IM well. Well, Lee's the same way over at Elysian. I remember in New York last year when the Pilgrim prototype was there, and everybody was flipping out over it because it was so good. Well, at SoCal, they had another prototype, and it was for the Apostle, and people were flipping out over that. So I'm a big Elysian fan, and I think his tuning is pretty awesome. Lee's is. And today we are going to do a review on the much anticipated Elysian Apostle. Special thanks from Lee at Elysian Acoustic Labs and Lim at Effect Audio for sending this out for me to review. The Elysian Acoustic Labs Apostle starts at $17.99. It is a 5-driver tribrid. So it has one custom 9.2 millimeter LSR DD for lows, one Knowles ED 3000 BA for low mids, one Sanyan 2300 BA for mid highs, and two Sanyan ESTs for the highs. So let's get to the unboxing. Dominion awaits. So it's a very nice black box, Elysian here. I'm terrible at this, but voila, look at that. Just able to slide it off. You'll have a seal here. Open that up. You have a nice message from Elysian, and then nice handwritten signature from Lee. And here will be your Apostle. Beautiful aluminum shells. Very good looking, brutalistic. I love the way these are understated, but still look very good. In this box, you'll find your stock cable. So open that up, and there your cable will be. Then all your information will be inside of here. You'll find your tips here, and you'll find this puck here. And of course, I always have issues, but here we go. Here's your nice, good-looking leather puck. Inside, something I wish all companies would do is you have these good protective covers for each IM. You have your cleaner here, and as well as a cleaning cloth. So pound for pound, a very nice unboxing for the Elysian Acoustic Labs Apostle. So as always, even though I'm not ready, let's talk about fit and finish. The Apostle is, I would say, a medium-sized IM. I kind of like its brutalistic look here with the metal and the circle in the center and the arrow. I think that's pretty cool looking. When it comes to comfort, haven't had any issues. Fits comfortably in my ear. The cable, I feel, is very nice. It's a black cable. And haven't had any issues with it with microphonics or anything like that. So pound for pound, it's very light, even though it's a nice metal build. It's a very light IM, so no weight issues. So I think when it comes to fit and finish, pretty good. All right, let's talk about sound. So usually I would start this off with, the bass and the treble and the mids and stuff like that. But I think what struck me the most about the Apostle is that it has a way of layering and expanding and deepening sound that is just really, really good. Like, I'm talking about all the instruments are separated in such a awesome way where if you want to focus on one or if you want to listen to them all together, it's coherent and it just makes sense in your head, but the separation between things is just really, really good, especially at this price point. Like, running through, like, there's a Go-Go Penguin, I think it's called Bardo, and there's just a lot going on in this song, where you've got the bass player doing his thing, you've got the piano player going off, and you've got the drummer going off, and it's just a lot of stuff. A lot like Snarky Puppy too, except they have a lot more instruments. But I use songs like that to ensure that A, the IM is able to keep up with the different various sounds, and B, that there's separation enough where it doesn't blur or muddy together. It's a really good track. A lot of Go-Go Penguin and Snarky Puppy is good for that. And the Apostle is just, it's like a high-end IM when it comes to being able to take a whole bunch of sound, separate it, but separate it coherently in a way that you can just hear everything. It's just awesome. And there's depth, there's width, there's height. Like, the stage on these IMs is great. That's the first thing that really stuck out to me. And I don't know. That's important for me because I listen to a lot of acoustic stuff. I listen to a lot of multi-instrument stuff. And if you can't separate all that, if it's just one blob, it's not an entertaining listen. Well, this does it very, very well. Let's start with the bass. So the bass is that awesome bass that you can feel it. I noticed that there was kind of like a change with the Noir. So the Noir to me had deep visceral bass, good sub bass, good mid bass, bass that you could feel. And with the Apostle, it's there. Now, is it that bass head bass? No, but it's that when you need the bass in the track to come in and kick in and just hit, boom, it's there. And it sounds really, really good. It's a bass that you can also hear and feel, which is my favorite type of bass. Like, I think you should feel it somewhat, and which is hard in some IMs, but I think that Apostle does a really, really good job of it. There's good texture. It's just when you're listening to when Michael League is low with Bill Lawrence, you feel it, and it's just awesome. Paris Cardiff from Dominique is awesome too, Dominic Miller, because there's a sub bass in there that you should feel. Like, if you were in the audience and you were at the concert, you would feel that bass, and it does that very, very well. Does it bleed into the mids? No. You've got these clean, neutral mids that just, there's a sweetness to the voice, there's note to the weights, there's this amazing separation, instruments sound like they should sound. There's clarity there, good resolution, especially resolution better than what it costs. Like, it's really good mids. The voices are to the front, so they're just nice and beautiful, male and female voices. Bridge under troubled water with, now I can't remember the name, but it's on the, I'll think of it before the end of this. Anyway, he uses the synths to create this chorus with his voice. And you've got all this separation in the voices with the music playing. And then John Legend comes in, and then you can hear the voices come in. And it's just, again, spectacular with the separation, but also with how clean and clear the mids are. It's really good. Now, the treble, you would think, in a sense, that I've seen where it's been called the baby annihilator. The treble is neutral on these, though. It's a little bit darker. It's not going to be that present in-your-face treble of the annihilator, in a sense. It's going to be more subtle treble. But when I put on tracks like Sincato or Polyphia, because you know I love the Polyphia drummer and the way he hits those cymbals, and Sincato's drummer is actually good too. They're still there. They're still present. There's great extension, clarity to them. They sound like cymbals, but it's just not going to be that splash. It's not going to have that kind of like over vibrancy that the Annihilator has, which I love, especially with rock music. No, this is more of a neutral treble. So overall, the tuning is neutral-ish with some really nice bass, but it's just there. It's like, I listen to all types of music, as y'all know, from blues to soul to rock, a little bit of rap, have some Kendrick in there, jazz, classical, and what I find really amazing about Lee's tuning is on multiple IMs from Elysian Acoustic Labs, I can listen to like almost my total, types all my music. Like, it's a great all-arounder. So for the price and what it is, I think that the Apostle is very, very, very good. Just that the way it stages and separates the music, how clear the music is, the resolution, the bass has a punch to it, but it can be subtle in pieces, so it's not overbearing. The treble is clear, precise, like you want from an Elysian, that precise treble, like especially when oh, it sounds really, really good. So the Apostle is a great sounding IM. Is the Apostle a buy? I would look at it like this. If you want a great all-arounder, an in-game IM, an IM that you can listen to all your stuff with, an IM that you can enjoy, an IM that even if you like acoustics and maybe a little bit of voices, or if you like voices and a little bit of acoustic or a little bit of this, that, it pretty much fits in really well. It's a very good IM, especially with just the way that it is able to play your music in a beautiful way that's enjoyable across genres. If you've got any questions, any comments, feel free to hit me up, and I will talk to you in the next review.